Thanks for the support as a channel member, Matt Bourne. Here we go then, folks. The finals at the end of the season. And for my own sanity, I have to point out, it's because there's two finals. I'm not saying it the American way, where they say finals to describe a final. We have two finals, the German Cup final and the Champions League final. And for those of you who've been around on Non-League to Legend in previous years, important housekeeping note for before we get started. Regardless of what happens in the Champions League final, the series will continue. As previously announced, the series isn't ending on a Champions League win this year. We're going to keep going. We're going to do a full-on expedition of gold. So if we do win, I mean, we've not even won any domestic leagues yet. I don't feel like a Champions League win here secures me legendary status. Hello and welcome to Club 5, Part 10 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our two finals. We're against Hoffenheim in the German Cup final and Barcelona in the Champions League final. And no, I still haven't recovered from what happened yesterday, particularly because the board think I failed at the challenge for Bundesliga club vision thing for that season. We were top of the league 4 minutes after the last game ended. We were given the trophy. And you're telling me I failed at challenging for it. I could understand failing at winning it, but you can't come much closer to a title challenge than what we did. We were given the trophy and then had it taken off of us. So they've now kind of passively aggressively said they'll judge me based on these two cups. They're happy we're in the two finals. I can't find the thing. Where is it? It's Rummenigge. Is that his name? Let's just type Rum in it. It's gone. But yeah, he basically said, we'll reserve judgment until after these two cup finals. So imagine sacking me. I mean, they're not going to sack me. I'm on a B. So we're all right. But we do need to win at least this one. I don't think I can be judged on winning the Champions League. Surely. They expected me to reach the final, which I've done. They expected a quarter final in the Champions League, which we've surpassed. So I think we'll probably be okay regardless. But we'll be even more okay if we can win them both, which would be splendid. So we're going with Ferron in goal, a back four of Krajju, Haman, Banfalvi and Dombrowski, Vermonti at the base of the midfield, Andre and Lust ahead of him, Van der Hoek, Gashi and Thorgerson are our attack. Let's get into the game. Remember, Hoffenheim are the team who were playing against Dortmund on the last day of the season, who were so incompetent at defending that they broke all of our hearts. So they've already upset me once. I imagine they're about to upset me again. I do expect to come back with the trophy because I think Hoffenheim need punishing. And for me, I'm now more interested in winning this one than the Champions League. I know we'll win the Champions League at some point, but this is the only opportunity we'll get for direct and immediate revenge on Hoffenheim. So that's what we're after. Vermonti hovering around on the edge of the area, finds Banfalvi, back to Vermonti again. We're going in the wrong direction, but Andre changes all that, finds Gashi, back to Banfalvi, Gashi, Banfalvi again. We're knocking the ball around for fun. Vermonti out to Haman, who's playing at right back apparently. Dombrowski, who's supposed to be at right back, just was really slow and out of position. I know he's not been fit recently. He's on a yellow card and chasing back here though, which is terrifying because he's not actually making it back and they've scored. We were supposed to be punishing them and they've just hit us with a hideous counter-attack that I didn't enjoy at all. Dombrowski, it's almost as if he hasn't been given a chance to recover from the little succession of accumulating injuries that he had at the end of last season. We need another fullback. I have scouted Jair, but according to scout reports, Jair would only be the fourth best right back at the club behind Dombrowski, Krajju and Banfalvi. So it's a lot to spend £100 million on Jair just to be a fourth choice right back. But then he effectively just becomes one of four really, really good fullbacks we've got in general if we were to bring him in. So I think I probably will still look to bring him in. I can't imagine there's a better young fullback in the world that we could add to this selection of really good young fullbacks that we've already got. And if we've got to do another year here at Bayern, which we've got to win the Bundesliga, we've got to give some return on that investment, then I think it'll be nice to do it by doing some Jair things. Lust with the corner finds Andre eventually, who plays it all the way back to Krajju, who in turn puts it back out towards Gashi and Lust on this right-hand side. Gashi just about manages to keep hold of it. Does very well to play it back to Lust. Van der Hoek is there, and it's just over from Van der Hoek. And that felt like that should have been the equaliser. We're struggling to even get hold of the ball in this game. Where is it all going wrong? Lust now with the corner. In-swinger finds Van der Hoek again, but he, once again, doesn't make anything of it. Van der Hoek once again can't get a shot away, and now it's Vermonti looking to cross, and he can't. It's a corner. We're getting frustrated at every turn at the moment. We haven't recovered from what happened yesterday. We might never recover. Lust with another corner. Van der Hoek again can't direct it goalwards. Let's stop aiming for him, shall we? We've got 2 players above 6'5" in the team. Should we aim at one of them rather than our little winger? Gashi's now picked up a knock as well. It gets worse. Right. We need an aggressive, show a bit of desire, you turds, because this has been unacceptable. Gashi's going to have to come off. We've got Del Bueno who can come on for him. So last time we'll need to make that substitution because we've got O'Hara coming in the summer from Dortmund to be another 5-star quality right winger for us. But in the meantime, wonder kid Del Bueno needs to justify why he should be allowed to stay at the club next season. He's probably going to go out on loan regardless. But, he might score a hat-trick in this final, force his way into the team for the Champions League final, score a hat-trick in that, and then he might start the new season. He's got an assist there, and it's a lovely finish from Lust. We haven't seen this often enough from Lust this season. I think, and I am trying to get my excuses in early, but obviously Germany had a big summer last summer, winning the World Cup. A lot of the players came back from the World Cup tired. We have most of the World Cup winning squad in our squad. Lust is Germany's captain. And, I think for some of them, it's a bit hard at the end of the season. Let's get our excuses in. It's a little bit hard. They've been playing football solidly for about a year at this point. They need a rest, bless their cotton socks. I mean, realistically, they've been playing it for like 22 months consecutively without much in the way of a break at the highest of high levels. So they should be more broken than they are. But hopefully they can keep going for another game and a half. We're going to bring Carlos on that left-hand side, purely because, and now I remember why all the corners are being aimed at Van der Hoek, because I actually went in and changed it relatively recently, so that when Carlos does play on that left-hand side, they're aimed at him. So when he's not there, they're still aimed at the inside forward or the left winger. So this should go to Antonio Carlos. It goes to Thorgerson. Of course it does. Carlos was knocking around there. This one should be aimed for Antonio Carlos. It's Lust now with the big long corner, and I think he was looking for Antonio Carlos that time because I think that's him. Hamann, though, tries to skip past his man. That is a straight red, and that seems a little bit harsh. I'm not really sure what he did there. Hamann didn't even fall over, but now we've got a man advantage with 15 minutes to go. We know Hoffenheim have a habit of conceding late goals. So hopefully they continue in that vein today. We're going to bring Thumb on for Dombrowski and just swap Kryju over to the other side. Dombrowski's had a really poor game, and we're going to ask for 10 minutes of passion to finish things off. Why is Banvalvi taking the throw? That seems like that's something I should probably fix. We shouldn't have our centre-back taking throw-ins. There is Kryju, though, who's now gone past him on the overlap. Kryju dancing into the area, tries an audacious shot with the outside of his foot, and, of course, missed. Probably should have tried to set up one of his teammates who were lined up in the middle. We've now asked for the 10 minutes of passion. Extra time is the last thing we need. It's the 92nd minute. Andre with the free kick, and it's bobbling around in the area, and Hamann pushes it over the line, and Hoffenheim really do like a last-minute bottle job. It's Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2 in the 92nd minute. That feels like a nice way to get revenge on them because, last-minute goals and all that. It would have been even nicer if they'd have been celebrating with a trophy, then we'd have done it, just to show them really what it feels like. Lust, though, with the corner. Thorgerson heads over, and I think that's probably the last kick. And now I think we are going to get to celebrate with a trophy. Of course, I'm afraid to celebrate. That we know this means nothing. We might be about to hit continue and find out that due to a last-minute reversal of choices, Hoffenheim have declared the winners. So I'm not going to get too excited just yet. That animation is meaningless to me now. That was a bit of a let-off because we needed to do much better. If we don't play better than that against Barcelona, we don't stand a chance. But we have finally picked up a trophy. I think. I'm still looking for confirmation. There we go. We have won a trophy. Excellent. Now let's Now let's go and try and win another one. Here we go then, folks. It is Champions League final day, and I am a little bit afraid because this is a Barcelona team who've just won La Liga at an absolute landslide. 11 points clear of Real Madrid. There wasn't really any competition. I'm very afraid. The one thing that I think we might have going for us is it looks like they might have a bit of an ageing side going on. And obviously we've got a bunch of young whippersnappers. So it's youth versus experience. The old guard of European Champions League stuff against the team that's going to dominate Europe for the next 10 years. Hopefully. Let's get out there and... let's get out there and do a football. We're not making any changes from the team that so gloriously defeated Hoffenheim in the German Cup final. We'll be fine. Let's not worry. Let's just get out there and hopefully put on a bit of a show. We are attacking because that's what got us this far. If it doesn't work at this point, then so be it. We learn for next time. And we come up against one of our Tottenham old boys, two of our Tottenham old boys. Hudson-Odoi playing on the left wing. I've got to say, looking at Van Houston playing at right back, this might be a nice day for Van der Hoek, because I don't remember Van Houston being a particularly effective right back. He's a very good centre back, but he's an old man playing out at right back. And if you think my numbering is a little bit weird with Haman wearing number 1 in the defence for us, their goalkeeper's wearing the number 5. Confirmation that auto numbering is just, it's as broken as title winning animations is. So old men against young men, youth against experience. Let's go out there and I don't even know what to say. Go out there and enjoy yourselves tonight. All the best out there tonight. Have fun. I want to take the pressure off as much as... I don't expect us to... I genuinely think we're going to lose, and I know there'll be sections of the comments who call that a bottle job when it happens. It absolutely isn't. We shouldn't have made it this far, and this is a bonus playing in this Champions League final. So let's do all the best out there. Have fun. Just take the pressure off as much as possible. We still want to play our own attacking game, and let's just see how good we are. It's going to be a nice little yardstick of just how good we are against one of the best teams in Europe. And if we're competitive, then that bodes well for next season, when we will be focusing in a little bit more on winning stuff like this. But winning the Champions League before we win the domestic league seems insane anyway. That being said, it's been very even in these first 30 minutes. We're edging it for possession and for shots. Barcelona haven't had a shot yet and are struggling to get hold of the ball, which is a lovely situation for us all to be in. We're getting no highlights at all in the first 45 minutes. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimax. After all the build-up, nothing happened in the first half of that game. So I guess we'll do a... if we can get a goal, I make us favourites to... see, I don't want to put pressure on now. These fans have been fantastic for us. They're the ones who really pay our wages. I don't want to say anything. Go out there and play without pressure. There you go. That's relaxed them. That's what I want to do. I want to relax them. Barcelona theoretically have a bit of a home advantage. It is in Spain, albeit in Valencia, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's nearer for them to travel to. But we've got... It's a direct half and half split between our fans and their fans. That looks a little bit dangerous. I can't believe it's Van Houston dancing past our fullbacks. That's something I don't remember him ever doing that for Tottenham. Mark, has he got a brother? Is that a different Van Houston? Corner comes in, Banfalvi heads clear, but not clear, just heads it out of the area temporarily. But now Lust looking to get a counter-attack going. He's got Thorgerson ahead of him, and this is a counter-attack with pace, but it is intercepted by the Barcelona defender. But we have started this second half with dangerous attacks from both teams, which isn't something we got in that first half. Haman plays it across to Vermonti, back to Haman again, who plays it across to Banfalvi, all the way back to Ferron, who I don't like the fact that this is a highlight. I think someone's going to do something dumb. Banfalvi plays it forward to Gashi infield to Lust to Andre, back to Lust again, who's looking up. They're all trying to find little openings. We just need one magic run and a beautiful pass. That's what we're looking for here. Gashi, back to Dombrowski, who's charged past one man, but can't get past the other, but Gashi does. And there's Thorgerson, and it's just over, and that is the best chance of the game so far. It's a lovely cross from Gashi, and Thorgerson, he just needs to keep that header down. That it'll come with experience. He's still only 23 years old, I think, Thorgerson. And I'm already proud of what we're achieving in this final. Even if we go on to lose, we've been competitive for 70 minutes here. And I'm not sure what to do now. Hudson-Odoi is in for Barcelona and Dombrowski's giving away a penalty. Not like this. This isn't how... Dombrowski has had a very, very poor last couple of weeks of the season. He was so dominant early on and he's just lost his way a little. Hopefully the little telly's going to save him here. Is it going to be saved? This could be a turning point one way or the other. Referee says the penalty's awarded. Oh, right. Theron, it's all on you. Dombrowski's getting a lecture. Theron needs to make himself a hero now. Can he? Please? Please be a hero? No? Yes? Yeah. Take the penalty, for goodness sake. 1-0 to Barcelona. 20 minutes to go. Now we have to dig deep. What have we got? What have we got that's going to win us this game? Or at least keep us competitive? What have we got? Our entire attack hasn't played well. Carlos is going to come on for Van der Hoek, who unbelievably didn't have a super fun day against Van Hoesten, and I don't really understand it. Gashi has been poor as well, as has Thorgerson. We don't have enough players to take all three of them off, though. So I think we'll just do Del Bueno for Gashi, leave Thorgerson on, and leave it there for now. We're going to ask for 10 minutes of passion, and hopefully just dig in and find a way back into this game. So 10 minutes of passion. Let's see what we've got. We're fired up. This is where we go and grab a goal. Come on, lads. Nothing for 10 minutes. Right. Do we do something extreme? Do we take off Vermonti and bring on Rexepi on the left wing and go to a 4-2-4? I feel like that might be the thing to do. Or do we take off Andre? Leave Vermonti in there with Lust. That might be more sensible. So take off Andre. Marquez is a good shout to come on, to be honest. He's certainly done more for us this season than Rexepi, but it doesn't change the tactic. But Marquez, I always forget he exists. But he was so effective in that first half of the season. He might just have a goal in him today. We're gambling on him here because we could have gone to a more attacking system and we haven't. Come on, lads, do something. Anything. It's been, it's an anticlimax. It's our first Champions League final. We'll come back bigger and stronger and better for next time around. I can't help but feel very sad after the season we've had to only win the German Cup and to come so close as well to winning the other two. We were fingertips away from a treble. We weren't outclassed by Barcelona there. Next time, we beat them. Transfer special tomorrow. Promise I won't spend £1 billion this time. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.